After the meditation of the worlds on the Shakpuri Sama, now we are going to meditate different types of animals on the Revati Sama. Why now animals after the worlds? Lokakaryatvat. Because different types of effects we see in this world, and one of the most important, the major effect that is in this world is the animals. And that too the domestic animals on which the human beings live, not only for their life but also for the rights which they are going to do to attain the higher worlds. This is the reason here given by Anandagiri. Pashunam lokakaryatvat lokadrishti anantaram pashudrishtim उत्थापयति उपन्यस्यति अजाहिंकारो अवयः प्रस्ताव गाव उद्गीतो अश्वाः प्रतिहारः पुरुषो निधनम् एतारेवत्यः पशुषु प्रोदाः अजाहिंकारो. The goats should be meditated upon the hinkara. That the hinkara should be looked upon as goats. Avayah prastava. The sheep should be meditated upon the division prastava. And gava, the cows, should meditate on the division udgita. And ashvaha, the horses, on pratihara. And this human being, the man, on the nidhanam, purusho nidhanam. The reason was been stated for all these things before. The same thing has come. Therefore, is not giving any explanation of this mantra, the Vashikara, not any ajahinkara ityadi purvat pashushu protaha. The only difference is pashushu protaha. Revatyaha pashu protaha. But that means, according to the creation, the first thing that came to existence among the domestic animals is aja, the gods. And in the order of succession of product of the creation of this domestic animals was aja avaya. Tasmat jata aja avaya. After aja is avi only. That is why the sheep comes the next. Similarly here, in the order of succession of the first is hinkara, and after that next comes the prastava. And cow has to be made on the udgita because of its superiority. Ashvaha, because they carry. They carry human beings and other material from one place to another place. Purusha nidhanam, because he cares all the animals for his own selfish ends. That's the Purusha nidhanam. Eta revatyaha, these Revati Sama are established on these domestic animals. That means to say, these domestic animals have to be meditated upon the Revati Sama. And this Revati Sama is usually sung on this rik. Revatir nas sadhamad indre. Revatir nas sadhamad indre. Revatir nah sadhamad indre. On this rik, the Sama that is sung is called as Revati Sama. That means when this Sama is being sung, at that time in the first division of that Sama has to be meditated as, it has to be looked upon as goat. And why is this has been related between the Pashu, the animals and Revati? Because it's another Shruti, the Vedic text says, Pashavo vai Revatihi iti Shrutyandram Ashartyaha. Anandagiri, Tika, it is a commentary, it is stated. Pashavo vai Revati. Sa ya evam eta revatya pashu proda veda pashuman bhavati saramayureti jog jivati mahan prajaya pashur bhavati mahan kirtya pashunna nindettad vradam. He whosoever meditates Veda evam thus as prescribed eta revatya pashusha, these domestic animals has been established on the Revati Sama. I am changing the cases and telling directly. What is the result of such a meditation? Pashaman bhavade. He will be possessed of all types of domestic animals. Sarvam ayur eti. He will be living his full span of life. Jog jivati. He will be having a bright life among his own people. Mahan Prajaya Pashat Bhavade. He'll be great due to his progeny and animals. And also he'll be great due to the fame, Mahan Kirtiya. That is the vow. What is that vow? Which he has to follow? Pashun Naninde. He should not speak ill or abuse or beat or do any type of harm to any of the animals, domestic animals. So now, after this Pashu Vikarayo, the Dhyadina, what are the things, products that we get, the byproducts of these animals is milk, yogurt, curds, and ghritam, ghee. What for are these used? For yajna. Not only for yajna, pushti. Anganam pushti. That is why after this pasho, we are going to meditate on the different constituents of the body, which are going to become very strong and vital because of eating the byproducts of these animals. It's told in the Angri, Pashuvikara payo dadyadina pushti anganam bhavati. Iti drishta. It has been seen in this world. Therefore, Pashu drishti anantaram anga drishtim maha. After the Pashu drishti on the Sama, now we are going to discuss of the anga drishti on the Sama. Anga is the constituents of the body. Loma hingarastag prastava magan samudgitha asthi pratihara majja nidhanam etad yajja yajyam angeshu protam. Loma, the hair, he has to look upon the hingara. Tak, the skin. In order, you see, the first what you are seeing is the hair. Then comes the skin. That is because in order of succession, after the hair is skin only. When you go from outside to inside, inwards, there is a tak prastava. And behind the skin is mansam, the flesh. That is meditated on udgita. Because that is the supreme thing in this body. If no flesh means, is a skeleton. Horrible to see also. Something should be there, flesh. Then only is beautiful. Asthi pratihara. And the bones should be meditated on the pratihara. Because once the body is cremated, what is taken with the person? They take the bones. Bones are carried for the further rites to be done after cremation. That carrying is there. That is similarity. That's why in pratihara, we have to meditate on the bones. Majja, the marrow, is nidhanam. Because on this depends all the other organs that has been discussed now, all the other constituents. And depending on the marrow itself stands the bones, the flesh, skin and hair. And it's the last in the order also. As the Sapta Dhatu is there, out of that you are taking only 5 now. Because we are meditating on Panchavida Sama, not Saptavida, on the 5-fold Sama, not on the 7-fold Sama. So out of the 7 basic constituents of this body, we are taking 5, the most important ones, and that we are going. We have given up here now blood, Rudhiram, Asrig, that has not been taken here. Out of 7, we are taking only these 5, excluding 2. Angeshu Protam Veda, which Sama? Yetat Yajna Yajyam. There is a Sama called Yajna Yajyam. That Sama is established on the different constituents of the body. That means to say, the different constituents of the body has to meditate on the Yajna Yajna Sama's different parts. So the Yajna Yajna Sama is sung on this rik. Yajja Yajja vo Agne Gira Girascha Dakshase. This is the rik. Yajja Yajja vo Agne Gira Girascha Dakshase. Gira Girascha Dakshase. This is the rik on which the Sama is sung, is called as Yajna Yajyam. Because the rik starts with the word Yajna Yajya. Bhashikara says, Loma Hingara Dehavaivanam Pratamyat. Among the different parts and constituents of the body, this is the first that is seen by all. There is black also. You can see among the white body, The black can be seen very clearly. Black spot is also there, you can see. The is prathamya. Tvak prastava anantarya. The tvak, the skin should be meditated on prastava. Why? Anandya, due to the order of succession, is second in number. Mansamudgita shrestya. And the mansam, the flesh, should be meditated on udgita because of superiority. Asti pratyahara pratihratatvat. The bone should merit on pratihara because it is being pratiharanam kritam, pratihratatvat. But it is carried away from after the cremation from the burial ground for further rites. Majja nidhanam antya, because the last in the order, the marrow is being considered as the nidhanam. Should be meditated on nidhana part. Etadagyagyam nama sama dehavayavesha pratham. Angesha means dehavayavesha. This Yajna Sama is established on the different constituents of the body. That means to say, the constituents of the body have to be meditated on the different parts of Yajna Sama. What is the result of such a meditation? Sa ya evam veda yajna yajnam mangesha protam veda angi bhavati nangena vihurchati sarvam ayureti जोग्जीवती महान प्रजा पशट भवति महान कीर्त्या संवत्सर मज्जो नाशनीयात तद्व्रतम मज्जो नाशनीयादिति वा साया एवं एतद्यज्ञायज्ञ मंगेश प्रोताम वेद. He whosoever Veda means meditates on this, that is on the yajna sama as the different constituents of the body as established, as these constituents of the body are established on the Yajna Sama. It's different parts. For that person, he says, he will be possessed of all the constituents of the body intact. Angi Bhavati. That means to say, it is explaining the Upanishad itself, it is explaining the Shruti. Nangena Vihurchati. None of the constituent, none of the part will be crippled. That means he will not be disabled physically. None of his part will be disabled. Sarvam ayureti. The whole lifespan he will be living well. Jog jivati. He will have a bright life and he will be great due to his progeny and animals and also due to fame. Now the vratam, the vow that he has to take, in that there is option. He can take it for 1 year only. He can do this vow. He has to follow and maintain the vow for 1 year or for the whole life. How? Samvatsaram majjo nashniyat. Samvatsaram. For 1 year, his vow should be that he is not going to eat meat. Or tadvratam. Or means va means or majjo nashniyat. He should never eat the whole life. Majja is mansa shabda being added, being added, the adesha is there. Chas pravishu, paddanno mas. The sutra is there. Big sutra, Siddhanta comes, it comes not in Laghu anyway. That from shas and or from mansa, it's the adesha is mas. Or shas pravishu. That's why it becomes majja. 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 Majna means mansani. Bhashikara says very clearly, mansani. There is vikalpa done there also. The sutra does the adesha vikalp by optionally. Therefore, it becomes both is there. Majjaha is also right, and the same you can write as mansani. Bhashikara angi bhavati means samagrango bhavati ityartha. All his body constituents will be intact. That is the meaning of this angi bhavati. Nangena means hastapadadina. Vihurchati means na kutili bhavati. He will not be deprived of any of the constituents like hands, legs, etc. That means he will never be physically handicapped or disabled. Pangu kuniva. Na kutili bhavati means what? Kutili means not cripple. Not cripple in the sense, he says, panguhu, he'll never become lame. He will not be attacked with paralysis, etc. Never even Kuni, Kuniva. Kuni has got many meanings, but Anagiri takes Shmashru Rahita. Shmashru means without mustache. That man will never become without mustache. He will be always having good mustache. But the other texts say the meaning of Kuni is different. Kuni means they give the meaning here that the person will always be having what you call as lunja, prana sanchar rahitanga. It's not half paralysis. He says it's the word meaning is going Sanskrit dictionary is lunja, and the lunja means it's written prana sanchar rahitang ekanga. Any one constant may be without prana sanchara. Not necessarily half paralysis, only facial paralysis, only some finger paralysis like that. Any one constant also may be paralytic. That is called as Kuni. In some of the this one, that's why I have written here. According to Hindi, it's also called as a lakwa, partial paralysis. Nowadays it's happening. Even the scientists are saying facial paralysis, and they say only face, half face getting paralysis. Such things are happening. That is called as Kuni, according to some of the dictionaries. But Anagiri says Kuni means Shmashru Rahita, a person without beard and mustache. Samvatsaram means Samvatsaram matram, only for 1 year. Majjo mansani nashniya nabhakshet. The person should not eat any type of meat. That is the vow that he has to follow. Majjah mansani. Why it is told Bhavachanam? Mansam is enough. He says Bhavachanam Matsya Upalakshanartham. Bhashikara is very here it becomes very horrible. Kerala, because he was Keralite, no. Therefore he is telling not even Machli, Matsya. Matsya Upalakshanartham, to include fish also, here the plural number is being used. Majjaha mansani. Majjo nashniyat sarvadaiva nashtaditiva tadvratam. Never the whole life you should never eat any type of meat. That should be, otherwise the vratam, the vow, he can keep this way also. The whole life also he can maintain the vow. And now, and the other reason is here rasovai yajnagyam. Rasa is sara. Rasovai yajnagyam is shurte hai anna rasavikarena. And what is the anna rasavikara? Of this whole body. Therefore, after having discussed about the Pashuvikara, we are speaking of the Angavikara. And now we are going to discuss further Agnir Hinkara of the Devada, of these constituents only. Because fire is the presiding deity of mouth. Indra is the presiding deity of hands. So in this way, we have got different constituents in this body, and one or the other deity is presiding over this. Therefore, after discussing the different constituents of the body, now we want to take up the meditation of those deities who are presiding the most important constituents of our body. Who are they? And on which part we have to meditate? Which part of the Sama we have to meditate them? That's basically the next. Agnir Hinkara, Vayu Prastava, Aditya Udgita, Nakshatrani Pratyaras, Chandrama Nidhanam, Edad Rajanam, Devadasu Prodam. Agni, the fire god, has to meditate upon Hinkara. Then the Hinkara should be looked upon as the god fire or the fire deity. Vayu Prastava, on the division Prastava of the Sama, we have to meditate Vayu, the air, the deity who presides air, is going to preside here also. Aditya Udgita, on the Udgita we have to meditate the sun because it's the supreme god. Nakshatrani Pratyara, the stars have to meditate on the Pratyara division as and because they're scattered, as they're carried away, moved away here and there all over the sky. Chandrama Nidhanam, and moon has to meditate on the Nidhana division. Moon on the Nidhana, why? Karmana Nidhana. Because before it has been discussed very well in the very beginning, there are 3 paths to go. Only Karmi, a person is doing only rites, no meditation, no upasana. He goes and he gets deposited in his Chandraloka. There is a Chandrama, there is Chandraloka here. Chandrama is not this moon, take Chandraloka, where all the karmi go and get deposited. And they enjoy their own virtues there, then return back. Chandrama Nidhanam. Etad Rajanam Devata Sapratam Veda. Etad Rajan. This Rajana Sama is very well established on these gods. That means to say, these gods are established on the Rajana Sama. Therefore, these gods have to meditate on the different parts of this Rajana Sama. This Rajana Sama is sung on which rik? Indran Narone Matita Havante. Indram Narone Matitha Havante. In some book, these are together actually. These words, are together. Narone is one word. In some text, I say Narone, separate. But you have to find out, actually go into Sayana Bhasha and see what is the actual thing, how he has done the Anvaya, and what is the meaning taken over there. Then we can decide it's one word or two different words. So Indram Narone Mathita Havante, on this rik, that the Sama which is sung is called as Rajana Sama. Bhashagara Agni Ringaraha Prathamasthanatvat, because of its first place. Why Agni is in the first place? Not only that. You go into Kena Upanishad.
Oh, yeah.
What happened? Who was sent first? Agni. Then who was sent? Vayu. After that Indra went. So in that order, the order of knowledge also, the first person who went to get the knowledge of Brahman was Agni. The second person who went was Vayu. Therefore here also saying Vayu Prastava after that. Vayu Prastava Anantari Samanyat. Due to the order of succession, not only in the rights, but also in while attaining the knowledge. Aditya Udgita. And his Aditya is the great Indra himself, who is all pervading. That is the sun, and that is the supreme thing in this world. Therefore, that has to be meditate on the supreme part of the Sama called as Udgita. Nakshatrani Pratyahara. And these stars have to be meditated upon Pratihara. Why? Pratiharatatvat. Because they are scattered all over. They carry as if they are carried away into different directions and thrown into different directions. Chandrama Nidhanam. And this moon, the moon in the sense here, the Chandraloka, the world, special, is there. That has to be meditated on the Nidhana. Why? And that to here we take not the world only. You can't take the gross world there, which is existing, not the gross nakshatra stars also. Because it's a matter of deities here. You have to take the deity presiding over the stars, the deity presiding over the Chandraloka, the person ruling over the Chandraloka. That deity has to be taken over here. He has to meditate on Nidhana part. Why? Karmanam tan Nidhanat. Because we are speaking of Karmanga Upasana. All these are Karmanga Upasana going on, related to the different parts of karma. Therefore, if the karmi are established or deposited, or they go there and enjoy their karma, in whichever way you want to say, the performer of their rites always attain only rites without upasana. They attain this Chandraloka. And they are ruled by that deity who is ruling the Chandraloka. The performer of the rites get shelter there, or are deposited there, or that is the place where they enjoy the fruits of the rites they had done over here. Therefore, that Nidhana. Tan Nidhanat. Karmanam tat Nidhanat. But for the karmis, that Chandraloka is a Nidhana, is a place of enjoyment. Etad Rajanam. This Rajana Sama is established Protam on Devadaso. Devada, why this? What is the relation between this Rajana Sama and Devada? Because Rajana, what? Rajana, how it comes? Rajari Deeptau. And what is Deva? Dibudhatu is also in Deepti. Because the similarity in the meaning of Rajana and Deva, Deepti Matva. As the Bhashakara says, Devadanam Deepti Matva Rajasama. Therefore, these gods have to meditate on Sama because the name of that Sama is due to its Diptimatvam, is due to the brightness of gods. The brightness of deities is being is the similarity. For that reason, we are meditating these deities on the Rajana Sama. What is the result of the meditation? He says, Saya evam etad Rajanam Devata Saprutam Veda Etasam eva Devatanagam Salokadagam Sarashtadagam Sahyajam Gacchati Sarvamayureti Jog Jivati Mahan Prajaya Pashad Bhavati Mahan Kirtya Brahmananna Nindet Tadvratam. He whosoever meditates thus on this Rajana Sama, looking the different parts of the Sama as the different deities. Rajanam Devata Saprutam Veda. Etas, what is going to attain? Etasam eva Devatanam Salokatam. Of these very gods, he is going to attain the world of these gods. Salokatam. The same world he will also go and enjoy. If he is going to give more importance in meditating on Agni, and he is going to that world where Agni is ruling, and will enjoy there. Or, I'm telling you an or here now, though it's not told in the mantra, because you can't attain all the three together. You can't be in that loka, and you can't have the same splendor also, and you can't have Sahyajam also, you can't identify yourself with him also. Because being in a loka means being different from that person, that deity. And you are near him in that loka. Yes, you are not him. Is it not? And having the same splendor means two persons can have same splendor also. Same Aishwaryam you can have. So in that also there is no identity. And his Sahyajita means he has become identified with him. So if he is Sahyajya, then he is not Salokata. Is it not? These are contradictory results. Therefore, Bhashakara says it depends upon the intensity of meditation. Either he will get Salokata or Sarashtita or Sahyajyata. Any one he is going to attain. Gacchati means Prapnoti. That is, he will go into that world of that God and enjoy all the objects there. Or he will get the same splendor as the deity has. Or he is going to become identified with the deity, become one with the deity. Anything can happen. Any one of these results he is going to attain depending upon the intensity of meditation. At the rest the same, Sarvamayureti, Jogjati, he is going to live his whole span of life. He will be leading a bright life and he will be great due to his progeny, animals and fame. The vrata, the vow that he has to take up is Brahmana Nanide. Never speak ill, never abuse, and never think odd of Brahmanas. Whatever karma is doing, it does not matter. You might drink even liquor and is going into a gutter, but still, no, hey, kya Brahmana hai, ganda hai, should never say. Kaisa Brahmana daru pita hai. So you have, actually even only Brahmana of higher levels have got the right to control the other Brahmanas. And the lower level Brahman also has not got to control the higher Brahmanas. According to the, depending on the Gotras, it is accepted who is higher than who. According to Gotra first. Then, according to knowledge. If the person is according to Gotra also of the greatest Gotra, the highest, and also of knowledge also, that person is the supreme person among the Brahmin society. And whatever he orders shall be accepted by all the Brahmin society, the whole Brahmin society. That is how it was in the olden system. Angirasa Putra. Among the Vaishnavas, I don't know about the Shaivas and the Smarthas, so to speak. Among the Vaishnava Brahmins, Angirasa Gotra is the supreme Gotra accepted. The vrata depends upon the fruit. What is going to attain? Here is going to attain that Devata Bhava. How a Rakshasa can go and become directly Devata? A Rajaguni Tambuni fellow. And it is supposed actually that usually the Brahmins are more sattvic than Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. Kshatriya is Rajaguna. More. In Vaishya, Rajo and Tama me sama. Sama. And Shudra is Tamamo. So that is how it is when usually the birth is given. Depending upon his karma, what has to bhoga his qualities, according to that part of the karma, what it is, depending upon that, the person will give birth into different families. This is to attain that high sattvic level. His Sayujyata he has to attain that fruit. Therefore, it is for such a meditator, it is very much necessary. He should be always be doing praise, always doing archana, puja, honoring Brahmins, and he has to give charity to Brahmins, respect Brahmins in all ways. And Krishna has done this and shown in his life. And many a times in Bhagavad he has told in different ways and different conditions and situations that never try to think also ill or odd of a Brahmin. Whatever his character is, the least characterized Brahmin he might be, but still the Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra have no right to even think odd or ill of a Brahmin. That is his karma. But do you your karma, that's all. You have to do your karma. You are a Kshatriya, you are a Vaishya, or you are a Shudra, or you are a Brahmin of a lower grotra. Then your right is to do service to them, charity to them, that's all. Whatever is doing his karma, something wrong is doing maybe, that is due to his own prarabdha. And he will suffer if he is not going to hold himself properly.
Then it won't become apatradana because if that Brahmin is not doing his karma properly and eating meat and then drinking, and if you give you're doing apatradana.
You see, how you are going to decide patrada and apatrada? It is not the patrada and apatrada in the Shastras is not decided on his character at present. Not on the character at present. You have to see, number one, his gotra. Number two, his knowledge. And due to some prarabdha karma, he might drink wine. He might be eating mansam. That does not mean he is not a patra. Apatra or kupatra.
Because he will be using this money for those things.
That is his karma. You have no right to think about it again. That's what has been told. You have no right to think about it. What he is going to do with that? Whether he is going to give to a prostitute or drink, that is left to his karma. For example, if a Brahmin gives Ashirvada to you, to some Yajmana, may you have 10 children. Because of which Ashirvada, they will get 10 children. And who knows that whether the Brahmana does not question, are you using these 10 children properly for dharma? Will a Brahman go and ask that fellow? Maybe that fellow might sell his daughter. That is his karma. Brahmana has done his duty. You asked puja for children, he did the puja, gave the ashirvada, and you have got children. That's finished. And after that, Brahmana never inquires how we are looking after those children, because who have been taken birth, because my ashirvada. Because of my blessings, you have got children. Now let me see, what are you doing? The whole life I am going to control your children. There is no question at all. He has no right on it. When a Brahmin is not having, he does not indulge in your, he just interferes in your matters. He just gives the blessings and it says goodbye, take the dakshina. Then similarly, it's your duty. Do your duty and say goodbye. Don't see what he is doing. Whatever his karma, he will get the results of it. But we have to see again when the patra and apatra discusses, they are usually said only you have to see the gotra and also the knowledge. He should be having Vedic knowledge. He should have studied some Veda. The rest of the character is depending upon prarabdha karma. Even the Samba story and all in the Bhagavad it comes very clearly. Went and ill-treated that fellow and got the Abhishapam. That time he said, no, you should never do like that. Not even a joke. They joked, with the Garbha and all. He said, no, you should not even do a joke against a Brahmin like that. So that is what that's why it's saying, because the fruit here is you want to attain, you want to become the deity. Sahijya. That's the last result of this upasana. For that means whichever sattvic state you are at present, you want to raise that sattvic state to that high extent. For that purpose, the Vradam is, in this world, whoever is sattvic, don't ill-treat, don't think ill, don't do any type evil active actions with that fellow, then who is that person in the society? Usually accepted as Brahmin. Brahmana na nindet tadvratam. Vidyat phalam, Bhashikara says, the result of the meditation is etasam eva agnyadinam devatanam samana lokatam. These of these very deities, gods, devadanam, samana lokatam, that meditator will attain the same world. Sashtitam, equal splendor. Samana riddhittam. Samana, Sashti means what? Samana riddhi. The splendor will also be equal. Sayujyam chagachati. Sayug bhavam. Sayug bhavam means what? Not sitting by the side of him in the same throne. He says, Eka deha dehitvam. He'll have only one body. Both will have one body. Eka deha dehitvam. That is, he'll become one with that deity. He'll become the deity. Not close contact. Usually, sayuk bhava means usually close contact. You should not take that. But you have to take here unity in the same body. There's oneness. Self-identifying with that God totally. Eka deha dehitvam iti. Va shabdo atra lupto drashtavya. Actually, in this Shruti, this mantra, the word va, which denotes option, that has been omitted. This is how you have to understand this mantra and take it. Why? Because all cannot happen together. You can become the deity or be in that loka with the deity or have this plane center and be in somewhere else also. Because these things are totally contradictory if you accept at one time all the three things to happen together with the one person. Salokatam va itya. So how can one meditator get all these three? In krama, in order or what? He says no. Bhavana visheshataha phala vishesha upapatte hai. As depending upon the intensity of meditation, bhavana vishesh means intensity of meditation, the result also should vary. It is reasonable to say that upapatte, it is reasonable to say that the result also varies depending upon the intensity of the meditation. Gacchati means prapnoti. More clearly still, Bhashikara, samuchaya anupapatte. These three results cannot be taken together, experienced together by one person. Getting all these results together is not reasonable because it is impossible. Samuchaya anupatte. Brahmana nindeta vratam. The yukti, what are being told on a logical way. The other reason is why Brahmana puja is here as vrata. Or Shruti is there, and the Vedic text saying that Ete vai devaha pratyakshamit brahmanaha. These Brahmins are the pratyaksha gods. The moving Bhudeva, it's called as Bhudeva. The gods moving on this world, on this earth. Ete vai devaha pratyaksham yad brahmana. These are those gods themselves whom we are able to see by our naked eyes and moving as Brahmins. Iti shrutehe brahmananinda devataninda iti. Therefore, the criticism of a Brahmin in any way is actually accounts to the criticism of gods themselves.
In which Shruti Swamiji?
I don't know. I could not find this mantra. Bhashikar, many such Shrutis are there. Bhashikar has quoted, but nobody has found up to this day. Now, we have discussed about the deities. The specific samas are over. The last Karmangopasana has been started now. The last upasana, which is related to the karma. That we will discuss tomorrow.